What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Snodzilla Cards video. I'm here with my daughter.
Hello.
And we got ourselves another mail day. What I feel kind of ironic about this is, honestly, I'm getting ready to do just like one big response video to everyone just because I'm so behind, busy with stuff. I know everybody is, but I feel bad not being able to get to these. But I was actually going to mention this guy in this video, in my response video, because I really like his channel. And we stopped up our P.O. box the other day, and we had this sitting here from Brentwood Sports and Collectibles. He doesn't have a lot of subs, and I'd like to actually see him get more because I really enjoy his videos. He's been doing he's got a lot out there, and a lot of the stuff he does is he does like old school pack rips, which are really cool. He just did a video the other night of these basketball cards I actually didn't even know existed, the Star Company basketball, which is actually really cool. Very knowledgeable guy too. I like listening to his content as well because he knows a ton of stuff about this. So I really appreciate this. This caught me for a surprise. But let's get started here. It says, open first. Snodzilla. You ready? My daughter's already excited. She's pointing the stuff in there. So let's get a little card here.
Thank you.
That's right. Whoa, that's cool. He's got his own business card. Brentwood Sports and Collectibles. So definitely check this guy out. His channel is awesome. And I have a funny feeling you're going to start seeing his subscribers go up. Not because of this, but because just him getting his stuff out there. So let's go ahead. You want to go ahead and read this?
Snodzilla just wanted to get a small care package out to you to say thanks supporting my channel. Hope you all need some of these cards. I put a few older packs for you to rip. Keep making the great videos.
Sure.
Your kindness is special, and so are you. Matt, Brentwood Sports Collectibles.
Yep. Awesome. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. The kind words is always awesome to hear. Again, and I can't say this enough. I always just say people, send us a letter. This is all. Go ahead. You can go ahead. I'm going to let her start off here because she sees it. Look at that.
Oh, it's a sticker.
Yeah. Who's on the cover there?
Finn and Ray.
That's right.
And BB-8.
BB-8. That's right. Oh, that's awesome. Look. Oh, hold on. You can go like this. I'm trying to show everybody. Look at that. Woohoo.
You could take it out.
Yep. You want to take it out?
Yeah.
Who else is on there?
There's Chewbacca.
Yep.
And then, what's his name?
CP30.
CP30. And then there's...
Yeah, that's the toy that you have, huh?
Yeah.
Very awesome. What do you say?
Thank you.
You want to see what else you got?
Yeah.
What is
What's
that?
this?
I don't know.
I think it has bubblegum in it.
Oh, yep. See? So we got, not right yet. Hold on. Slow down one thing at a time. So we got a bubblegum football, a baseball, bubblegum thing, all these.
My favorite.
Oh boy. Sure is, huh?
Yes.
Let's get to this. So you know what's in there. Ooh, look at this. Here, move that box that way. So what's awesome, too, is this box. Man, I feel bad because look at this, too. I don't try to cover this up. But, man, how much you paid for shipping?
How much?
$12.75. So, man, I really appreciate that because this what's is awesome about this is we'll use this for our cards. So let's get to it here. So here's the packs. Oh, this is awesome. So like I said, he has a ton. Ooh, hold on. What year is this from?
Whoa, that one looks a little...
Holy cow, 1981. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I want to open this. That is so cool. I don't think I've opened a pack ever since I was a kid. This is 04 Topps Bazooka. Ooh, it's got gum in it from 13 years ago. You want to eat it?
No.
You sure? Yeah. 2004 Topps Baseball. 91. Oh, look at these Upper Deck. I always love opening the Upper Deck packs because they're so easy to open. So I actually open those on here too. So let's get into this. Oh, wow. What is that? Hold on. Wait. You wait to open that after. My daughter's whispering about opening her gum. This is a Hank Aaron. Looks like Heroes of Baseball. That is awesome. And there's the business card again. So yeah, definitely, guys, make sure to check him out. Again, you want to learn stuff about cards and see old packs open and newer stuff. He's got it all on there. Let me go ahead. This is sticking a little. I already see right there my favorite football player of all time, Barry Sanders, the action-packed card. These were a big thing back in the day. These are from, what, 90? Yep, 91. Awesome. And if you've never had these, it kind of pops out a little. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
And same thing with this Barry Sanders behind. It's got that. Can you feel that one? See how it does that?
Also here.
And this is from 1990. Man, that's cool. Barry Sanders. Yeah, man, I loved him as a guy. I mean, still, he's one of my favorite players of all time. 91 Fleer All-Pro Barry Sanders. Awesome.
Barry Sanders.
Yep. 91 Fleer Ultra All-Stars of Barry Sanders. I don't think I have any of these. What is this? 90s Gridiron Score. Barry Sanders. I know I don't have that one. Barry Sanders, a pro set. This is 90, yep. And then we got the 90 Fleer of Barry Sanders. Awesome.
So many of them.
The Pro Set Rookie of the Year of Barry Sanders. The Pro Bowl of Barry Sanders. That's awesome. Look at the uniforms back there. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
We got, I think this is 91, right? No, 90. 89 was his rookie year. And I have that one sitting over there. I always like these Ground Force ones with the lightning in the background. That's awesome. What's that?
He's Odell. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is what, 90? No, 90. I was going to say 91 again. Topps All Pro, Barry Sanders. Ooh, look at that.
Oh,
LeBron's dark. What year? So this is
that number?
2003, 2004. Wow. That's awesome. Very cool. Man, look at how young he was then.
He looks way different.
Yeah, he does. He was young. He was, what, 18, 19 years old at the time.
Isn't he?
Very awesome, man. I really appreciate that. We don't have, as big as Cavs fans as, my kids are, we don't. Uh-oh, what's that?
Aaron Rodgers.
She just saw her Aaron Rodgers. Oh, wow. Now that is cool. Jim Grant, Cleveland Indians. What year is this from? Is it 61? Wow, that is awesome. I love vintage cards. Oh, you put it in your pile? My daughter already put her Aaron Rodgers in her pile. That's one thing I've got to start getting more of. I have a few vintage. I've actually got a nice Rocky Colavito vintage card. I've actually got a T206 card I'll show at one point. But these are awesome. It just shows history there, and I think that's so cool. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to rip into these since sent them and see what we get here. These are always fun. See what I mean by how easy Upper Deck cards open. It reminds me of a kid, especially when Upper Deck came out in '89 when everybody was chasing those Griffey rookie cards. Luis Soho on the Angels. Larry Walker, he was a heck of a ball player. He ended up going to Colorado and had some great years there. But man, some of those Montreal Expo teams that year of the strike in '94, that team was loaded. It's sad to see, and that was it. Montreal was pretty much done after that. Danny Jackson, Chuck Carey. We've got a checklist, another checklist. Al Osuna, Rich Garces, B.J. Surhoff. He was a heck of a player back in the day. We got a Ernest Riles of the A's. Jeff Husson. Jeez, Mike Lieberthal, he was a good catcher. And that's funny. He was a prospect then. That's funny. Ooh, Jeff Bagwell. Part of the Killer Bees out of Houston. Bagwell, Biggio, and Derek Bell. Man, those Astros teams are awesome. I like those jerseys too. Kirk Dreisendorf. John Olerud, another guy. Played first base, always wore the helmet. I always thought that was funny when I was a kid. Oh, look at that. Awesome. We got the Cleveland Indians sticker out of it. Couldn't have planned that any better. Awesome. And a Fred Lynn, another great baseball player back in his day. Man, it's so cool opening these. Because again, this is the stuff. I was a kid. I enjoyed opening these. Haven't opened upper deck like this in a long time. Zane Smith, Mike Morgan, Vince Coleman. Man, when he was on the Cardinals, and he was a heck of a ball player. Andre Dawson, another great baseball player. Look at that, another Bagwell. Same Bagwell card. Nolan Ryan, look at that. That is awesome. And he's still pitching back in his day. Joe Bicker, Ivan Calderon. He bounced around from a few teams. Had a couple decent years. Dave Johnson. Jack Clark. He had a couple good seasons too. Awesome. Chris James. I remember him in the Indians. Then I'll go to the PC. We got a Mark Grace. Man, I have these collector's choice. I remember these. Mark Grace, the same thing. He was a heck of a ball player. Jim Presley. John Kruk. Man, he had some of his years too. Look at that.
No.
That's hilarious. 2 for 2 on the Chief Wahoos.
That means if we get one more, each of us could get one.
Oh, yes. And a Craig Lefferts. So very cool. Let's get to the last one of these.
Isn't this one with the bubble gum?
No, these do not have the bubble gum. Bob Ojeda, solid pitcher in his day. Pat Combs. Corey Snyder, he was a former Cleveland Indian. Had some great years here. When there was high expectations of those Cleveland Indians in the later 80s, they never lived up to it. Bruce Ruffin. We got a Bud Black. Mark Grant from the Braves. Steve Chitrin. We got a Deion. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Deion Sanders when he was with the Braves.
What?
Deion Sanders, two-sport player. Defensive back, one of the best in the NFL, and had some pretty good years as a Major League Baseball player. One of the best players ever in the game. That guy was Mr. Consistent. Tony Gwynn. Man, he was awesome. Guy was always challenging for the batting crown each year. His averages, you could see 370 in 1987, and he made years and years of consistency like that. He was unbelievable. I think one of the most underrated players. Jeff Hamilton, Keith Miller, Kurt Miller, prospect. Steve Trittman again. Oh, look at that, a Hank Aaron insert. That's cool. And we get the Mariners, which is cool. I like the Mariners logo. Awesome. I love these stickers. You want to see that one?
Yeah.
Last but not least, Rob Deere, another solid baseball player. So very cool. Let's move on to these. I'm here now. We're gonna open them all. All right, there's your gum. You gonna eat that? We got a Jamie Moyer, decent pitcher in his day. Hideo Nomo, man, I remember when he came in the league. That was big. He was one of the first guys to come over and play ball, and he had some really good seasons for the Dodgers. Greg Myers for Toronto. We got, oh, that's cool. We got a Marlins. This is a tattoo.
Oh,
very cool. You could have that. We got a Lenny. Oh, look at that. Kenny Lofton. This is a red border. This is when he was actually on the Yankees. But he spent plenty of years in Cleveland, man. He was one of the well-liked players. And this is actually a thicker stock card. Mm-hmm. So that is cool. Very awesome. And I don't think I have any of Kenny when he was on the Yankees. So that's awesome. Pedro Martinez. Man, oh, that's a small one. That's cool. Very cool card. I don't know if I've ever ripped these open. Josh Barfield. Man, he was supposed to be pretty solid. Oh, and an Ichiro. Awesome. Oh, those are very cool. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Let's move on. We got a 2004 Topps Series 1. Like I tell you guys, when you watch his videos, he does a lot of these old school, so it's really cool to see these. Geronimo Gil, when he's on the Orioles. Jason Marquise. Jorge Julio. Zach Duke, I think it's his rookie, first year. Look at that. Runs batted in 2003. Delgado, Brett Boone, and Alex Rodriguez. That's cool. We got a Sean Green insert on the game. And he was a heck of a ball player there. Very awesome. We got a Jesse Roman, the Cardinals. Oh, awesome. Matt Lawton for the Indians. Let's see. He was on the Twins before the Indians. Yep. He had a couple good years here. The Indians kind of at that time were in between stages there of, kind of finding who they were again. And, they had a couple good seasons. Zach Day for the Expos and a Donald Levinsky of the Orioles. Awesome. Let's put those over here. And you know what? I can't help myself. I've got to open this. So this is This is cool. 1981. I'm sorry, guys. This video went a little longer, but, you know, I got to do this all in one. So let's go ahead. I'm excited to open this.
Me too.
I'm going to try to be careful with the pack here.
Yeah.
Just because it's so old. You want to talk about some old gum.
Ew.
There you go, Jack Frost. How about this one? 1981.
Ew.
That is some old gum. Look at this.
Disgusting than this one.
Oh, that's a lot more disgusting than that one. We got a Minnesota Vikings sticker, New York Jets sticker, and a Green Bay Packers. Look at that.
Ooh,
That is so
I
cool.
like this one.
You could have that. Put that with your cards. Very cool. And check out these old cards, man. This is just awesome. We got a Kansas City Chiefs Seeing Red. Look at those. For you younger guys who rip all these new packs and all these autos and hits and everything, this is what it was all about. Look at those face masks. This is what you got back in the day. And you were excited about it. You know, you try to collect your players, your team, your favorite teams. Look at that, a national anthem card of the is that the Chargers? Looks like old school Chargers unis. Oh, that's cool. Way in time. Look at those fields, too. You know, you got all these state-of-the-art fields. Now, you got dirt on there. A lot of teams played in shared baseball stadiums and football stadiums together. Cleveland was one of those, so there was always dirt. They painted, and perfect example. There you go. Oakland Raiders blocking. Not surprised. 81 was the year of the Cardiac Kids for the Cleveland Browns. They had a special team that year. But the Browns had that dirt field. They just actually paint over it. Here's the Cardinals and the Eagles. That's cool. Stacked up and up. New York Jets and the Los Angeles Raiders. New York Giants in the land of giants. Look at those. Look at those face masks. That is awesome. And then last but not least, Detroit Lions play action. That is too cool. Man. Save all these. So again, I can't say enough, man. I really appreciate that. Thinking of us, sending us some stuff. Sending my daughter those stickers. I can't say enough. And guys, again, if you have not checked out his YouTube channel, Matt, Brentwood Sports and Collectibles, you want to talk about taking a step back in history and seeing all these packs that he's opened. And like I said, he knows the ins and out of these two. So it's like a nice history lesson in cards while you're at it. So please go check him out. Do that. Let me get that out of the way. You got anything else?
Thank you for the cards.
And the stickers and all that,
and
huh?
The stickers
and the gum.
All
right, guys, I made this a little longer, but again, I wanted to make sure he got to see us open all this. But thanks again for everyone for watching. From Matt at Brentwood Sports for sending us this package. I really appreciate that. And as always, keep ripping.
And
Take care, guys.